Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of RaDIO JOJO,
Yeah,
featuring me, Shaun.
and also me, Jeff, coming at you live, San Francisco.
From San Francisco Bay. Man, we got a lot of news to talk about this week, haven't we?
We got too many.
We got a ton. Coming up in this episode, we've got a manga update, because we've got a new chapter. Got Eyes of Heaven news. A ton of Eyes of Heaven news. And we got a special guest as well. We had a special little, kind of like interview with Kira Buckland,
Yeah.
who's going to tell us about JoJo Ventures. But first, man, how's it been? How's been your week of JoJo?
Oh, you know, just chilling. So, I with the color page, I just updated volume 3. So volumes 2 and 3 are not completely done translated. Like,
Woo!
they actually make sense. There's a lot of things that didn't make sense, now they do. I'd recommend reading them right now. Don't even be
JoJo Color Team.
listening to me for. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend going back and rereading those 2 volumes at least, because now they make sense, meaning all of Stone Ocean now actually makes sense in English. The problem with those volumes was that, like, they weren't translated properly, and there were a lot of wording that was different. One line in particular people are accustomed to is Jotaro saying to Jolyne, "I've always cherished you," but it's actually "I've always cared about you."
And you changed some titles as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I changed it's not Hermes' Kiss, it's Hermes' Sticker. Also, Hermes' name has like a special character above the E, meaning it's it's just because she's from, like, I think southern Florida or something.
Yeah, she's like Hispanic.
Yeah, so like now
a lot of people say Mexican, but that's not
some people think she's
necessarily
black.
right.
I don't know why.
People say Poochie's black as well, and
Poochie's like, I thought he was Cuban. He's Italian.
Yeah, he's just kind of tan.
He might. You know what? He probably is black, maybe.
Maybe. Well, it would make sense with the whole KKK thing.
Yeah, but like, when I first read Stone Ocean, I got confused. I thought Weather Report. Weather Report's like half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just some things really confused me with part 6 with that. Anyway, those 2 volumes have been fixed up. The translations are great, and I'm actually almost done with volume 4. I've got like a chapter and a half left to fix up, and I'll have that up at the end of this week, and we can all sing and dance. Be like, yeah, Stone Ocean. I don't read that anyway. It's gay.
It's good. And that was Sheep Trick, wasn't it? It's left for that.
Yeah, for part 4.
Part 4, yeah.
In part 4, it's Cheap Trick. It's the first chapter went up. That has like 6 parts to it. So once that's done, all of part 4 is in color, and everyone can read that and jerk off to Kira, or Yoshikage Kira. That is.
Yeah, don't want to get that mixed up.
Yeah, let's not mix that up, please. For parts 2 and 3, this is actually a recent development. What happened like the other night, but 2 might take a little bit longer than I thought. Same thing with part 3, because certain people are being a real pain in the ass. So,
but it is coming.
That's what I'll say about that. But it is coming.
Either
way, it's gonna happen either way. I will make sure of it. And part 5, part 5 is getting done. That's all I can say about that too. Part 7 hasn't moved in a while because again we're still waiting to finish 2 and 3. Actually, funny enough with part 3, I was just informed by the other guy working on it today that he was working more on the Terrence the Gamer or player, whatever you want to call him, chapters, and he got to a point and he showed me something. It was pretty funny. Mainly about someone messing up some lines that we had to fix. Nothing new. Having to add in stuff, change things. Other than that, that's about it. And no pickups now, but just wait. I have something, Shaun. The thing I told you that I bought, right? I actually certain person we know asked me about that set too, because he has the part 5 set, right? Yes. And he was like, how much is it? I'm like, it's it's $40 at Ami Ami. And he's like, that's like pennies. Is it still there? And I'm like, I looked at him like it's on back order. I'm like, I win.
Oh man.
Oh, those are gone already. Oh, wait till people find out what I got, because like straight up, these are gonna become rare items.
I'm gonna reveal what I got.
I already saw that coming.
I can't wait till it's coming. Do you wanna know what I got?
Sure. Why not? I guess. I don't know.
You already know anyway, but I mean, some of you guys might be.
Tell it again.
I finally
DJ?
got myself a Vela.
Oh snap!
Got myself a nice Vela.
It's nice, right?
It is, man. It's not here yet.
Oh,
it's on the way.
Which one'd you get?
It's the limited edition.
Ah,
with
so you
the
get the
Blu-rays.
fancy box and the 2 Blu-rays.
Yeah, can't wait
Which
for that.
oh, we said it, but we went over that before. But the real difference between the limited and the standard is just the Blu-rays and the case. So if you're looking for
Yeah,
the
that's
color,
it,
you
yeah.
get either one. It doesn't matter.
Get
The
both,
important
man.
parts of the stand book, the history book with the Rockies notes, all of them, from when he started, Shonen Jump, to now. We'll have the first volume of Part 8, and the history book. Both of those books in the main art book. So don't worry about trying to, break the bank and getting the belt.
I also picked up his first book as well.
What, the 6251?
6251.
Yeah, that one's a nice. It's a nice little art book. It's not that big. It runs you $20 to $30.
It's probably going to be my favourite one because it's a lot of his early style.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
3 and 4 are my favourite.
It's a little bit changed up. Some of the art,
Yeah,
specifically with Joseph, Jotaro, and Jonathan. So I mean, they're in more of the that weird transition with Part 6, I guess. I don't know.
No, that's before that.
Was it? Looked like
It only goes up to 4, I think.
Oh yeah. So it's
that
weird. It's a weird transition thing. That's the oldest art book too.
Yeah.
Can't believe you can still get it.
Rare to get.
Like new.
Yeah, it's weird.
I still have mine in the plastic again. I'm not taking that out.
I'm taking mine out. I probably
I
won't take
did,
the
but
Vela
then
out
I
for
put
a
it
while.
back in because I'm like, I don't want to damage it. Oh, you know what else is cool about it? It comes with bow art, actually. Bow art.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice
Some
little
really
bonus.
obscure stuff.
Yeah. And it has like this interview in the back with a Rocky. I don't think anyone's ever translated it, but there's a picture of him next to a skeleton.
Spooky. That's quite fitting considering what's coming up as well.
Oh man, it's Halloween.
Oh. By the way, guys, I got both of them from eBay actually. From I forgot what the seller's name was. It was like a wholesaler. I was like, yeah, I'll have that for cheap.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Don't get ripped off by some of the prices that have gone around for Vedas because they're quite high.
They can be. The most I'd say to pay for it, when it originally came out, it ran for $300.
Yeah, don't pay that.
Yeah, no, I would definitely
Don't
say
pay that.
the 120 to 150 range is a fair price for the limited, not the standard. I got the standard because where I live, I live near the state of New York in the United States, and there's a bookstore there called Kinokuniya.
Oh yeah, we gave them a plug last time.
Yeah, they're a really cool store if you ever go to New York or wherever they might be located, because there's different stores all over. But that's where I got my Velar. I got it for $119.
That's good.
You can't ask for a better price. And my JoJo Go-Go got it there too for like $90 or something. That's great. They were like brand new. Really can't ask for something better, to be perfectly honest. So what else you get, Shaun?
That's about it, man.
Oh man.
My JoJo stuff. It's coming. It's on the way. It's not here yet.
You're just gonna hold the Velar and you're gonna be like.
But I'll tell you one thing I did get though.
Oh.
That I have already got.
Not STDs, right?
No, I'm saving them. For like,
Save it for the jar.
That's for a special occasion, man. Yeah.
Just throw it at somebody.
I got my copy after the thrilling reviews of last episode. I finally got my copy of the DVD.
Oh, you went off that one review that said garbage in all caps.
Garbage, and I was hooked. I was like, I gotta get this. Next week, guys, we're gonna be reviewing it for the topic, like the whole set, not just the presentation, but the dub as well, because I haven't actually watched it with the dub yet.
I'll get it.
Jeff will have it, yeah. So mainly it'll be presentation, mainly coming from me, and then Jeff will be in on the dub.
Yeah, I'm in the dub.
Oh yeah, you don't voice Stroheim, do you?
I voice someone. I won't tell anyone though.
Good. Hide the shame.
It's this voice too. So, you ready?
Hey, I'm Jeff.
Hey, I'm Jeff. Stone Ocean's better.
Lisa, what are you doing? That's not. That doesn't even sound like you.
Caesaroni goes on my pizza, Oni.
Mario, watch out for the pillar man.
Mario was in part 5. Remember?
It was.
The color pages. That old man who dies in the beginning. He's colored like Mario.
And that was totally intentional. It must have been.
Maybe. I wouldn't doubt. It was some old like maintenance worker or something.
Or Raki's just a big racist.
Oh, something I was trying to mention. We lost. Fucking Christ, our internet crapped out when we tried to do this before. I tried to mention that, yes, we're aware that there's another podcast.
Oh, yeah.
In Japan.
We did mention.
Yeah, we've been trying to. So, there's another podcast in Japan. It goes by JoJo Radio.
It did go by JoJo Radio.
Yeah, well,
it's discontinued now.
Yeah, because the anime is not currently going. We're well aware of that. If anyone wants to bring it up to us, the voice actor for Speedwagon ran the whole deal or whatever. It's just, this is in English, it's in Japanese, and if anyone actually has access to the podcast, I guess share it with us, but we can't understand Japanese unless someone subtitles it, so.
Or you could share them this, and then that would really help us as well.
Yeah, you could just put our voices over them.
And Speedwagon would be like, what the hell is this?
Show more. So yes, we're RaDIO JoJo, they're JoJo Radio. Haha.
And we're gonna battle it out one day.
And we have the stone mask on our logo. Do they?
I live on Ogre Street. Come at me, son.
Yeah, that's right. Shaun's in England. He's on Ogre Street. I don't think there actually is an Ogre Street.
There isn't. People have checked. People have tried.
Did people legitimately like walk all over the place?
Yeah, no. There was a guy on. Remember, there's a guy on the Facebook group who said, "Oh, I'm going to London now. I'm going to look for Ogre Street." And then he updated like a few days later saying, "No, I couldn't find it. But here's a place called JoJo's," and I was like, "Oh, cool."
I remember people trying to just like, "Yo, JoJo's Beach," it's a sign.
Trying to look for Wang Chung. It's just an old man in the laundrette.
I need to find my Oriental poisons. The
Chinaman
has it. I love. By the way, before we go any further, I love that Dio has a racist Chinese zombie.
I know.
It's so stupid to like. It's so dumb to think he's so stereotypical. Long mustache, beard, you know. It's
Wang
like
Chun.
Oriental everything in his shop. Incense, it's going.
He's the best. Carries him around in a little jar.
Yeah, right. Without him, where would Dio be?
It'd just be under the rubble still. It'd just be under the rubble, like, oh, this is.
What if he was still under that rubble? It's just.
And then he comes out 100 years later.
Oh, by the way, a quick note about the color pages with part 1. When Dio's under the rubble and like Wang Chung goes to like reach for it, you see Dio's face and he's like smiling. You can see his face a little. The color page is colored in like yellow, and the rocks kind of look yellow, so it looks sort of like SpongeBob. It's just something someone brought up one day when they were posting it on their Facebook.
Oh, you've ruined it. Thanks.
I'm like, that's great. So imagine Dio. Imagine like he was just doing doing a SpongeBob impersonation. It was like he stops the world. He's like Zawardo and then laughs like SpongeBob.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Fucking SpongeBob. Alright, guys, we had to talk about this previously. We've mentioned it, but now we're going to full out go on and say that we are going to actually have somewhat a review of the latest chapters. Talking about Jolyne. So, I'm going to put it out here now. If you haven't read it, or don't wish to be spoiled about it, click on this icon. I know you're watching this on YouTube now. Click on this, and it'll skip you past to when we finish talking about it. So you should be safe. But if anyone's interested, we're going to be talking about it now. So, Jeff.
Yes, that's me.
In the shortest, most brief summary, can you describe Damio Tamaki's traces?
Cum stains.
Cum stains everywhere. Was that you, or was it the chapter?
I don't know, like, it's hard to describe his stand because the way it was finally actually shown off a little bit was that he leaves a trail of hands everywhere, and these hands, I'm assuming what they do is they grab you and they melt you into objects. The maid, I keep forgetting her name. The maid keeps the maid got grabbed into the wall, and her hat's sitting down on the bottom. So I hope she's alive.
Yeah, we're assuming she's already been taken.
Yeah. Joshu got it the worst though.
Yeah,
where, yo, we finally get to see King Nut call, and guess what happens? He gets wrecked by a sink.
I know. He should be called King Nothing, because he's done nothing in the fucking...
No, he did that one thing. You know.
Oh, like... Oh, yeah, that was... Dude, that was...
He took his hand... He took that one dude's hand off.
That was like 6 years ago, man.
It was like a million
Jolyne pace.
Yeah, actually, it's fucking... Volume 4 or 5... Volume 10. So that was quite a few years ago.
Oh, it's really graphic.
King Nut Call does nothing.
His face, though, when it's on the sink, and you just see his eye.
Yo, we got some Junji Ito shit going.
Yeah, like Araki's is really, again, stepping up the bizarre. It's just going more disturbing now.
We've said it before at Part 8. It's so hard to actually guess.
It is.
Like I'm like, it's like reading Part 6 all over again. I don't know what the fuck. What is that? How's this gonna go? All right.
What do you think of this guy anyway?
I think he should stop wearing bell bottoms. His outfit is so strange. It's this onesie. This is weird onesie with spikes.
And he's got that Donald Trump hair.
Well, look at Hato's hair. She's got like down signs on her hair, tips.
Yeah.
I don't really get what's going on with Norisuke, like around the Hishikage.
I don't understand any of the hair in JoJo. It's so weird.
Except
the only one that makes sense is Jobin.
No, Dai's got regular.
Oh, is it? Yeah, but I like Jobin. So.
Oh, Jobin. Yeah. Well, we don't know anything about Jobin, and I brought this up before we started. I don't know if anyone's noticed from the last chapter to the new one, but there's some kind of weird time skip that Araki hasn't mentioned.
Yeah, like you saying before, like, you know, obviously we had the fight with the Rock Brothers.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, boom.
We're at Norisuke's house, just chilling.
We're at home. We're just.
Dai's got long hair.
And it's just like, yeah, I think Araki may have like.
Everyone's cool with it too.
Yeah, no one's mentioned it at all. Like.
Everyone's like, hey. Okay. Hey, want to have some champagne? King champagne, I might add.
It
has
everything's king.
It's written on it. It says king. I love that it's King champagne. It's their brand. It's great.
So should we talk about the big twist in it, I guess?
What, that he's wrecking everybody?
No, the twist in that he's using
he's using
the name of Joseph-Fume. Like,
yeah,
basically
Jose Fume or whatever. Yeah, he's impersonating him.
He also faxed him over a picture of what Joseph-Fume is supposed to look like, and it's a picture of the guy. This guy who's invaded the house.
Their personal space.
And he just comes up as he's looking like a really clumsy looking guy. Like he's broke the chair as soon as it starts off.
That was bullshit. He's like, I'm in the seat, and then it breaks. And Norisuke's face is just like, okay. If my kid's happy, I'm happy, I guess. But then like she has to go, yeah, we've had sex twice and showered 3 times. Why does she keep saying this stuff?
I know, it's just.
You know, like Norisuke's just, he finally had it. He was like, can you just stop?
Can you just stop? Never talk again.
Like, I understand where he's coming from, though. Like, come on, man. Be a little respectful. I mean, your dad, Norisuke's made quite a living for himself, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, and like, he seems like a really cool guy. I definitely would do sick kickflips with him.
But this guy's just wrecking shit, though.
Yeah, no, this guy's wrecking them all. No one's seeing anything coming. Literally, it's just everywhere. So
it just makes you think,
how
are they even going to beat this guy?
Someone posted in the main group, you probably didn't see it, but it's, you know, like the famous thing where Dio was taking the road roller to Jotaro, and Jotaro's on the bottom? Yeah, it said it's Gappy with a giant bubble to this new guy, Damo? What's his name? I gotta send you it because he just Gappy's making the Dio face.
Oh man, yeah, send me that after.
Oh, this shit's great. I'm like, yes, that's how it's gonna go.
But basically, yeah, it's got quite a grim end. Joshu's gone.
Yeah,
Everyone's
Joshu's
kind
just
of
like
he's just down the sink. He's
down
just
the sink.
gone.
There's no way Iraqi's killing on Josh.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's a way you can just bring him back.
The maid, maybe, because she hasn't done anything in years. Like,
Plus the fact that we're calling her the maid and don't remember her name.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot her name. I really like her design and all, but she hasn't done it. Remember when she was introduced and like she's just like, yeah, I'm here. Okay, cool. See you later.
And then we just end with this sinister figure who's got most of the family on lock now.
He's locking it down. Norisuke's
Yeah.
like, what's going on? Did no one hear Joshu scream?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
It reminds me, I posted it last night, but we're going over stupid stand users, right? And like, it led into talking about how Rohan just... He's stupid in the fact that he lets all of his like pride and shit get the better of him.
Yeah.
Just to prove a point. And remember the Ken fight? Rock, paper, scissors kid?
Yeah.
Did no one hear them jump 10 feet into the air,
Scream
rock, paper, scissors?
They're in their own world. As soon as they entered, they were in their own little
because
dimension.
Even the great thing about the color pages is it makes it so apparent that they are, in fact, up in the air.
Yeah.
How does this kid, this 11-year-old, and this fully grown man jump up in the air and just rock, paper, scissors?
Just don't question it, man.
Oh, I love reading that fight in color. It's just so much more like, it pops a lot more, because I didn't really like it originally.
Anyway, it's a great chapter, man.
Can we have something stupid like that happen in Part 8?
No, we've had enough stupid.
We need more stupid shit.
I'll tell you
One dude got hit by a bus. Come on.
I'll tell you what is stupid though, man.
What?
The end. The end.
The end.
Because yeah, it's taking a break.
Oh, I thought you meant Metal Gear Solid 3.
Please understand. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm with it today. I've been up all day, and I'm still more with it than you.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, guys, you probably read it already, but
yeah, Rocky. Yeah, this is it. It's
break.
over.
It's done.
Part 8. Yeah, no, for the month, this is it. He's taking a break.
Melted down the sink.
He left one hell of a cliffhanger, that asshole. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Some people are like, he's taking a break to make sure he'll make Gappy, Yasuho, like make the stands make more sense. Like he's trying to get an idea, he's in writer's block. Yeah, okay, sure.
Nah, his break is probably to do with Eyes of Heaven, I reckon.
If people have truly read up until this point, you know Araki doesn't have a writer's block. He's waiting.
He hasn't even read it yet. Like I imagine. Right, hey Araki, what's the end? I don't know. Let's go along with it.
Maybe, I don't know. I think he has an idea of how he's gonna end it, but he hasn't like fleshed it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just taking a break for the month. No big deal. There's plenty of other JoJo content, sure, coming.
Yeah.
There's still that event, right? That hasn't hit yet this month. That JoJo event.
There's one tomorrow.
Yeah, I think there's one on the 26th.
That's the one. 24th, I think there is.
Something like that.
We'll get to that anyway.
But yeah, man, like he's still doing stuff, so shut up.
He's doing a lot. Yeah, let him rest, man. They don't want to overwork him.
At least he's updating, unlike a certain guy who keeps a guy on a boat for 8 years. Not pointing at anybody specific. Berserk.
Next week's guest
is the boat from Berserk. How are you doing today, boat?
It's a living. The boat couldn't make the podcast today, for it is on the boat.
We wanted to get Guts, but he was too busy. On a boat.
Terrible signal on the boat, you know. Oh god. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, you can uncover your ears now, guys. You want to know something else, man?
I do. Tell me more.
Apparently, they made a JoJo video game.
Whoa!
In fact, they made several.
No way. Fuck you. They didn't make any.
I'm telling the truth.
JoJo's just the idea. So,
it is the
Eyes of Heaven, right?
Eyes of, yes. I'm glad you put it right out there. So, basically, last time we finished the podcast, the day after, a shit ton of news just came in. It was insane. So going right from the top. Okay, we got Johnny, we got Gyro, we got Funny, and we got Diego. All confirmed.
2 Diegos.
2 Diegos, actually, yeah.
2 Diegos for the price of 1.
Yes. And adding those together, we have 5 Dios. With the announcement of Heaven Dio.
Heaven Dio is the big one, because that's an original character created
Yeah,
specifically for this game.
We mentioned him last podcast, but yeah, that's the original character.
He's purple.
We were kind of close.
Yeah, I mean, we were guessing it's a Dio, but like I didn't expect for him to have like crazy hair he could swing back and forth.
And he's got a really like even more steroid up world with a creepy face.
Yo, the world. We said it before, I think we tried to, but like the world is really scary looking in this.
He's taking no shit.
Yo, Dio's mad happy about all this. The world's like, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop time and I'll punch your dick off.
He looks final boss material, I'll tell you that.
He's the world. I think that world is actually significantly bigger too. What was the name of that world though?
I don't remember.
Shit, because that one actually I think has a different name.
It's just world in caps.
The globe.
The globe.
It's finally become the planet.
I am the planet. I think the world overshines the planet.
I don't know.
The planet sounds like, you know, like Planet Waves.
So
we'll get to Planet Waves later.
So the thing that we talked about this particular Dio was that it's the fact that he exists. It's ridiculous. It's a new story.
He's in it. They actually have a really decent story mode coming up.
Yeah, it seems like it so far. I mean, bringing back dead people that you have to fight is going to make for interesting dialogue options with Jotaro specifically, I think. Because he's going to be having to fight Kakyoin, so...
Yeah, and
there's a lot of, like
partnered
time traveling going on with this, which you can really fuck up pretty easily.
Yeah. But at least they did it. At least it's not just text-based, you know.
Yeah, right. There are actual cutscenes.
Suddenly, Speedwagon shows up.
I love that at the end. I love that. He's like, hey, look at this bullshit.
How am I even here, guys? You know?
Hey, what's an airport?
Do I invent that? Or...
You think he would ask that? What's an airport? Aren't we all still using boats?
I think we just gotta go along with it.
Well, you're gonna have to.
I can't wait.
Oh,
you gotta remember the fact he's playable as well.
Something else I've noticed in the community is some people are like about the new Dio. Some people really like it because there's been a lot of literally the day it got announced, people were drawing fan art. Making cosplays. Within hours. Okay, but then you've got people that are bitching about this. You know, like CyberConnect 2 is unoriginal. They're not doing anything. You know, they're just being really lazy. It's like, shut up. We're getting an actual like story mode.
It's cool.
And there's more characters. Like people keep forgetting, there's more characters than this than ASB did. It's almost just about everyone who was in ASB plus more.
And they're not even done yet because there's got to be some they've got to include.
We have to. We still haven't seen Gappy.
Still haven't seen Gappy at all. We haven't seen
Bruno and Diavolo.
Bruno, Diavolo.
Yeah.
I reckon we might even get maybe get FF.
They've been putting in everyone from ASB, so I can't imagine them not including Anasui. Like it'd be really weird if Anasui wasn't in it, because I'm like, well, you guys have included all the other DLC characters.
Yeah.
That were there. And yeah, Foo Fighters and Anasui would finish out the Part 6 crew. You wouldn't need anyone else.
Really happy with that.
That would be really cool, because then you're like, finally, we have Weather Report, Wes, Dominic, whatever you want to call them, and Foo Fighters in the same game. That's awesome.
Just finish off 5, finish off 6.
For 5, who else do you like? Here's the problem with 5. People really want the rest of the Assassination Squad, but it's like, how many are you gonna put? Because they need to have the main cast. People want Nero, but realistically, how does Nero work? I guess when you think about it in terms of a 3D fighter, maybe you can make him work properly, but he like forms stuff in your bodies.
It makes more sense as a stage hazard.
Yeah, he would. Like Sports Max with Limp Bizkit and Gas with Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
Part 6 stage. So I mean that makes more sense. I could totally see the guy who uses White Album as a playable character. Like, cause
Oh, I never remember his name.
yeah, I can't either, cause it's just like I was just reading that chapter too. I can never I can't pronounce it properly, so I try not to. Luckily, their stand names are easy to pronounce, so there's that. I could totally see him working because the whole ice arena thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, the Part 5 game was a thing.
It was. I've really got to replay that.
That guy who uses White Album works in a 3D environment because he did in the game. So there's no real actual thing holding them back other than
that's a PlayStation 2 game, guys.
Yeah,
you can go beyond that.
The only reason I can see them not including them is time.
Yeah.
So there's that. Who, like the other Assassination Squad dudes, I'm not entirely sure other than that one particular guy. People want the one who used Oasis. I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't know how well it would work. Maybe. I mean, you could spit cement at you.
Plus, you'd need the both one. You'd need his partner as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool if they got announced. I don't know how they'd work properly. I'm sure someone will come up with something.
We just need to get Diavolo announced first, man. Get the main.
He still hasn't been neither.
Antagonist.
How? Why isn't Bruno the best Joestar? Not been shown off yet. No, but seriously, it's weird that Bruno and him haven't been like announced.
I reckon they'll be the last ones, and maybe some. Yeah,
they're really waiting on this. We've only got 2 more months till the game drops.
They never do it in order anyway, so.
I think a little bit. 2 months.
Get those pre-orders in, guys.
I already have mine pre-ordered. Actually, funny enough, I will say this now: Play Asia was running the better deal than I have the express shipping, which is like $12. So it comes out to about my purchase came to about $80 something, which isn't too bad for a new PS4 game from Japan imported.
And you'll get that pretty quickly as well.
Yeah, that was a good deal. If you're gonna go with anything, I'd say Play Asia this time. I don't think AmiAmi's got the better deal because I looked and it wasn't like much of a price difference, to be honest with you.
Get on it, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you've had any problems with AmiAmi, I mean, go with them if you want. It doesn't actually matter, but I'm just saying, I think I saved like maybe $1 or $2 going Play. Maybe. I don't know.
Any more reason to pick it up? We got an update as well. We've got some more news.
More presented by you, the people.
Presented by you guys. Whoa, especially presented by one person. Shoutouts to Steelboard Jack again, because he's doing a God's work, man. He's clearing up all these translations. And
he like people have been. If you catch his latest video on YouTube, he's like, people have been asking him, "Yo, what's up with this?" And he's just like, "All right." Like he's making sure that he's on top of it as best as he can.
We should talk him up, man. We should get him on here.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'd love to have him on. He also is going to Tower Records. He said in his video.
He is.
To do a bit more hands-on and take a look. He mentioned that in the Tower Records building, I was wondering what was up with all those signs next to each of the character portraits. That is the voice actor's sign associated with the character. So each time a character get announced, that character goes up. I think that's cool.
Okay. Well, for anyone who isn't aware of who he is, he just put up a video, which we're going to basically explain now if you haven't seen it. Because there was an image where it just basically had Stardust Shooters and Eyes of Heaven linked together, and we were like, are these two integrated? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's really weird.
So basically, this is what's up. Stardust Shooters, which is basically an app game where like you flick the screen, pogs, defeat the things. You know, it's pretty crazy. It's locked to Japan though, so you might have to go through special needs to get it working. But there are 3 levels that are on there, maybe more now. And by clearing these levels, you are adding a tally, this number, to the site, the Eyes of Heaven website or the Stardust Shooters website, whichever it is. And when it hit a certain number, we were given a list of characters, 6 characters, along with the voice actors of the character, indicating they're going to appear in Eyes of Heaven. And they said it could either be an NPC or like a menu voice or a stage hazard. Either of them. So, do you remember our first list?
What this list does do is it deconfirms them as being playable.
Yeah, which is the downside. Yeah.
It's a downside, but also see it as a good thing because that way we know for sure.
Do you remember the list, man?
Not completely.
Okay, I'll give you some. I'll throw some names out there. Okay, first list we got George Joestar
The most important Joestar.
from Part 1.
Yep. You
We
don't
got
remember that thing.
Def 13
Awesome.
from
Who
Part
voices
3.
Pikachu?
Does, man. That's really disturbing when you really think about it.
He voices Pikachu and someone else I remember people talking about, but Pikachu is the most... Oh yeah, Tony Chomper.
Oh, yeah,
One
yeah.
Piece. Because, you know, someone mentioned that, I'm like, holy shit, I can hear it. Because I've been in the One Piece for a long time, and, like, I hear the Japanese voice actor and hearing this, I'm like, wow, that's so weird.
Does Chopper ever say lally ho?
Ever. No.
Is that not one of his things? Oh, that'd be disturbing if he did. We got Yuya Funigami, Highway
Awesome.
Star,
Everyone loves him.
which is kind
Well,
of.
they like his stand more than him.
Yeah. He's a bit of an asshole, but his stand's great. I bet you're hyped for this. We got Westwood, man.
Oh
Viviano
man,
Westwood.
I can't believe. I hope he's a stage hazard.
Planet Waves. That would
so-
be the worst.
Because every time you get hit by it, it's just meteors coming down. And you're like, why?
I know you can turn them off, but still, that would be the worst.
No, leave it on.
I hate it.
You can't turn it off. You're stuck.
You're stuck in Planet Waves. Oh, fuck that. Okay, we got Axl Rowe, Civil
Okay.
War. Again, that
Yeah.
could be really cheap, really broken.
If it's a stage hazard.
I'm hoping it isn't.
We haven't seen any Part 7 stages.
No, we haven't. We haven't got any trailer on Part 7 yet.
Yeah.
Maybe soon.
I'm just hoping if they include that same stage it did from ASB, they don't call it New Jersey It.
New Jersey.
They put a T instead of a Y. I don't know why. Is the governor of New Jersey going to go after...
Which is weird because it's spelt right in the manga as well.
Yeah, no, it's spelled New Jersey in the manga. I don't
Yeah.
understand the change up here. Me and my friends laugh because I am from New Jersey, so... And the funny thing is, okay, I looked on the map that Araki posted. Where they are, it doesn't make any sense why they call it the Philadelphia coastline. Because where they are is about 30 minutes away from my house, which is actually not the Philadelphia coastline. I am in fact on the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
So, I don't know what the fuck Philadelphia coastline, unless I'm wrong, but it's
Hey,
about
man.
30 minutes from my house.
He just shortened the whole of America into this one little section.
Because it doesn't actually make any sense, because that's the ocean coming in, that's the Atlantic Ocean, which is coming from the right. And they're in New Jersey, because the sign said New Jersey.
He was never that. Actually, no. His geography is pretty spot on in other locations, but
I think that one is a bit off, to be
Part
honest.
7's a bit off, yeah. We got Tsurugi as well.
Yeah, I hope someone gets hit
Tsurugi
by a
Hichikata.
bus.
The bus stage. I reckon that might just be a voice. I reckon it may be a
Yeah, but
voice.
that'd be cool, though.
I don't think we're going to be seeing any Paper Moon King.
Oh man, I hope we see a different stage for Part 8. I'm tired of looking at that first
hills.
stage.
Yeah.
Hills, come on. No one cares about Walleyes anymore. Rocky doesn't, apparently. I guess Walleyes is gonna come back. I don't know. It's sad. No one's talked
Yeah.
about it in a while.
Step it up, man.
Just wants to be told it's pretty.
Okay, and then when they hit the second tier, eventually,
Oh,
I don't know what second tier was, but yeah, we got 6 more.
Which,
So-
by the way, came really quick.
Yeah, so there probably might be 6 more out like tomorrow or the next day. So.
Oh,
next
there's a lot of
podcast.
people playing Stardust Shooters constantly.
Yeah, not just Japanese. Like somehow the world has hacked it somehow. I don't know.
Everyone's playing it. And they,
Everyone.
by the way, I will mention this. The Japanese are not happy about that. They tried to block us out.
Yeah,
Specifically are like, we don't want them playing our game.
it's our game.
Okay,
God
fuck
damn it!
you
It's
guys.
our podcast.
Kick your dicks into the dirt.
They're gonna shut us down.
Yeah, they're coming. Speedwagon's coming with his sledgehammer. He's gonna literally knock my house down.
It's like the PS2, the Phantom Blood game.
He's
He
got
just swings
sledgehammer
it around
combos in Eyes of
aimlessly.
Heaven.
Oh god, yeah, he has.
He does, and he has both of his hats.
Oh, both hats. Where do you get both hats? Where do you
I
get
don't know.
5 Dios?
Why does Speedwagon get 2 hats? So, the other set of characters.
It was yeah,
It
we
was
got,
an interesting reveal. I didn't expect that.
didn't expect any of these guys to be honest.
Yeah.
We got Master Tom Petty.
And everyone loves him, you know.
Everyone,
So much.
he did so many memorable things.
Like dying of old age.
Well, we all got to do that, except
Yeah.
for Straits. That dude was like, fuck that.
You love him, don't you? Especially because in the anime.
We'll get to that next week.
Shaun's new favorite character.
Oh,
Straits.
God, okay.
He's found this reservoir of deep character traits that Straits never shows.
I found a whole new reason to hate him. Anyway, Alessi, your favorite.
Oh, Leslie. You know what?
Inspiration.
I hate that stupid joke I'll never go into on the podcast, but like his chapters are actually quite suspenseful.
They are quite good, yeah.
Yeah, and his ability made it interesting in the Capcom game. So, if I want to be realistic about it, he's a much more memorable character.
But would he be a stage hazard?
Maybe, but if he's a stage hazard, like there's the thing right there. That means they have alternate kid models for everybody.
Yeah, they've got to do that.
That'd be ridiculous.
I'd want to see.
I want to see not Pet Shop. Like it was just Pet Shop turns into an egg. No, I'd want to see who would make a good kid character.
Maybe not kid. Maybe it could just be like a younger version. Like maybe if like Weather Report got hit by it, it'd turn into like young Wes.
Oh yeah, when his people are like, wait, what do you mean that's not his hat? His hair?
Can be like.
That was so weird. His hat is his hair. Like it's not, but like his hair had the same shape.
It's like next level Jotaro.
It's weird.
I can't even think now, but yeah, I'd love to see just some. Like, alt
It's just
versions of
weird
him.
he's even there. Oh.
Yeah. If
So
he
the
is there.
The next guy we got is Rubber Soul or Robber Soul.
Robber Soul.
If we're
Capcom's
thinking,
making it.
Because if we're talking about localizations.
Oh god. Rubber Soul could slip through, to be honest. Like album titles are not that bad in comparison to like the artists themselves.
No, but like the Viz and the Capcom game both changed it up.
Yeah.
They called Steely Dan Rubber Soul, didn't they?
Yeah, and then because Rubber Soul never actually got a name.
No, I don't think he did. I'd have to look through the volume. I don't think he actually got a name.
Yeah.
Was he even named originally? Like I don't even.
Maybe. I think he was.
Who names their kid Rubber?
Hey man, when you got a stand like that, you can name yourself whatever the hell you want.
Such a weird guy, anyway.
I don't think Rubber Soul would be a stage hazard, to be honest.
The only thing you remember about him from the manga is the "Do you understand?" and him getting punched really hard by Jotaro, like really hard.
I remember him fusing the dog.
Oh yeah, he ripped the dog's head off.
Ripping its head apart. It's like,
but like the thing you remember specifically about that is, I think that was one of the first encounters where Jotaro was like, "I'm gonna beat the crap out of you," face he had.
Yeah.
Like he was serious. Like, I think it was one of the first.
As well for a bit. He was like, "Oh, how do I do this?"
There's no way you can get out of this, Jotaro. He got out of it.
Drowns him.
He tried to.
When you can't win, just drown him.
That's back when Araki was like, "I'm not killing anybody."
Except Abdul.
It's gonna get knocked out. No, he didn't kill him off at first.
that
Spoilers,
wasn't his choice,
man.
though. Hey. That's like...
I loved when the anime was running and people were just like, you can't complain about spoilers about part 3.
Especially not now. It's been shown in so many forms.
Because when the anime was running, people were legit complaining about spoilers, and I'm like, dude, part 3, the manga's been here since 2005. We got the OVA dubbed and subbed, and like, what? Are you guys serious? We got the Capcom game. There's so much for part 3, and we got a good amount of media for it. So
Plus, we just told you as well. Like,
yeah, so
that doesn't help.
It's so weird people complaining about part 3 spoilers. In fact, a lot of people got into JoJo's because specifically they heard about Dio's ability. Stop time.
Yeah, even people who don't care about JoJo's. It's like they heard it as a meme.
Yeah, originally the re-meme as they call it.
Yeah.
Back when before it was called a meme, but just a joke.
Yeah, it was just SFW.
So who's the next one we got?
Next one we got Squallow.
Oh yeah, it's the part 5 guy.
We got Squallow, who otherwise known as Shark Guy.
Oh, he used the shark talking heads.
That was
right?
Clash. It was Clash.
Oh, Clash. Okay, I always get those two.
I think you got him mixed up with his partner, maybe.
Yeah, his gay partner.
That's such a weird choice.
He's there. I mean,
But he's in.
Hey, cool.
I like how he's in. He's kind of deconfirmed, but he's confirmed. But he's confirmed before Bruno. That's what makes me laugh.
Everyone's confirmed before Bruno. I'm surprised
You wanted Bruno, but we gave you Squalo.
I'm actually surprised that hasn't, like... You thought it was going to be Bruno, but it was I, not Bruno.
Other guy.
It was I. Kono other guy, duh.
Oh, that
Wait,
joke.
I'm surprised there's no jokes for that yet. Bruno hasn't been announced. No one's just saying... Like, everyone's poking fun at the D.
I think because everyone knows he's just going to come. He's going to be there.
Yeah, but, like, it's just so ridiculous he hasn't been announced yet.
Tell you who has been announced there, man.
Oh, who?
Emporio.
Ah, the Cubs didn't win.
The Cubs
That's
never
upset.
win.
He didn't. Well, they were in the World Series and they just lost 4-0 to the Mets. That's depressing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they got stomped. So Emporio, you know him crying at the end? It's pretty accurate. That's not. See, all of his friends weren't killed at the end of Part 6. The Mets lost. Or the Cubs lost, rather.
Cubs lose. Cubs lose. Didn't the Cubs win in
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future too?
Yeah, they won the World Series, but nope, they were wrong.
No.
It was
Not
crazy.
this future.
It was crazy that even happened. The Cubs
Yeah.
wound up in the World Series on the date. That was strange.
That is
so
strange,
who's
yeah.
the last character? I thought it was pretty cool to see this. Pop
It's Norisuke.
which we were both kind of like, that's cool.
Cool, but like
He's not playable.
I wish he was playable.
Although, do you remember those menu shots? I think I posted them up, right? The second demo, and you saw it too. Norisuke is in that menu.
He is. So
That's cool.
he's in there. We got his voice, but sadly,
And his fruit parlor.
we didn't get no King Nothing.
Yeah.
We literally got King Nothing.
Just as much as how useful Josh is.
But yeah, that's the first and second list. Expecting a third list very soon, and we'll keep you guys updated on the next episode.
They just, eyes of heaven, they're just pumping out news.
Yeah, good. It's keeping up it's keeping us in business. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be poor right now. I'd be on the streets, man.
It's been like 10 minutes.
Oh man.
Okay, that's Eyes of Heaven done now. We are done. Finished.
Yes.
So let's talk about something else.
Ooh, what?
Got some SAS news, or some
Oh,
Statue
shit.
Legend news in this case.
Oh man. Oh yes, this. I love this.
We just
This
got
is
a
great.
colour photo of Petshop,
Oh, looks cool.
and he looks amazing.
An asshole bird gets the best paint job.
I know, he doesn't deserve it. Such a
But
little
look, yo,
shit.
for the asshole bird, he has like one of the cooler stands. Horus is awesome as hell.
That's where all the detail is, really. Like,
It's Horus, yeah. I mean, him
Yeah.
by himself wouldn't be very exciting, would it?
he's basically like Petshop's perched on Horus, like surrounded by these icicles. He looks really awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I was just working on that chapter not too long ago, and it's just like, wow, Pet Shop. Wow, you're such a dickhead. You just pop up out of nowhere too, and he's like, ah!
And he just gets bodies him. Well, right until the end, anyway.
No, clearly, because he blows him up. It was great.
But only because he blows himself up. So
Uh,
even when he dies, it's by him.
Is Pet Shop a guy?
I'm assuming he's a guy. He's got kind of a girly, you know, in the
I
Capcom
thought
game.
Pet Shop was a girl for some reason.
I don't know. It's a
Like,
bird.
it doesn't matter, it's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. And we killed him.
I want to think Dio cared a little bit about Pet Shop. It's just like,
No, he just looks at Pet Shop and he's like, wait, wasn't you a parrot?
or what
The
about
fuck?
at the end when he's crushing Jotaro with the road roller? He's like, "This is for Pet Shop."
This, yeah. You killed my bird. He's like, you burnt my grandfather's dog.
How do I even know about that?
Oh.
No one ever told me. Joseph didn't know who Danny was. This
That's
is
the whole-
weird.
That's the whole reason we took this trip.
It was for Danny.
It was from Holly. I mean, Danny. I mean,
Joseph doesn't even know anymore.
he doesn't.
What if like, oh man, what if in part 3, Joseph was like, you know, Jotaro, I banged this really hot Japanese chick.
Oh, and he's like, yeah.
He's like, what? I'm like, nothing.
Nothing. So I'll send him there one day.
It was Dio's fault.
This was the work of Dio.
So what if he told Josuke that he was like, it's all Dio's fault.
So, oh, I'm gonna kill this guy. Oh no, we already killed him. No.
I gotta blame someone. I have Alzheimer's now.
I'm gonna beat up this serial killer. But yeah, it's a good. I've got what we're talking about then. It's a good figure.
Yeah, no, it looks really cool.
It's been labeled as part of a premium range.
Meaning, get on it.
Meaning it's gonna be expensive, and it might actually have a good color. Good paint
it's
job.
gonna be, if anything, was the Death 13 and Black Sabbath like limited?
They were somewhat limited.
Because the Death 13 and Black Sabbath one seemed slightly more limited than the others. Oingo Boingo didn't seem as limited as those two.
And they've got quite a decent paint job.
Yeah, they do.
Where it's been hit and miss with the Statue Legends.
But these, with Pet Shop though, it looks really nice.
This one looks good, but
I'm glad I saw it. I won't ever own it.
It is a promotional image though, so if you're really suspicious on it, wait till we get an actual image of what it looks like.
Wait until someone buys it.
Yeah, and then if it's fucked up, they'll be like, ha.
They're gonna laugh. They're gonna be like, SAS for life, bro.
But it's coming out late November apparently, so look out for that.
Oh, is there a price on it or?
Nah, no price. It's probably going to be a lot considering the size of it.
Oh yeah, you posted it in the group, Shaun. The picture of Pet Shop.
Yeah.
But someone's like, wait, is that a Statue Legend? I'm like,
dude, it says Statue Legend.
It says it in English on top left. Like, come on.
Come on, dude.
You can't just look at the image and be like, oh, look at the rest. I know it's not in English, but some of it is.
Some of it, yeah. Statue Legend's always in English.
Buy the Pet Shop Statue Legend. You get the piece of DLC they made for Isaac.
Oh,
Can
no.
you imagine that?
No.
DLC that comes with Statue Legend.
That would be hell, because I would probably buy it. That would be hell.
The expensive
God.
DLC. Get this limited Part 6 Jotaro DLC.
When you buy the Production Hero.
When you buy the Pet Shop you buy the Pet Shop Statue Legend.
You know what, honestly, the Pet Shop Statue Legend will probably cost more than the game.
Probably. It's gonna be in the 100 range. Probably.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that bird being cheap.
So good luck with that, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you want it, props to you, but you know, figure collecting gets expensive. I can't. I don't know. I
might get it, man, because like after the Vela, where do you go? It's gotta go up.
Down.
I can't go down. I'm gonna buy like strategy guides for the Super Famicom game.
Oh yeah, you were showing me that.
Just for the artwork.
I think that's cool because it actually is like a manga. It's not like a normal. Because I've seen Japanese strategy guides and they're normally kind of like regular books. That one's like an actual manga book.
Yeah.
Makes it a little more unique.
Looks better than the game.
And until you showed me, I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, I just found it then. I've never seen like the actual pages inside. I've only seen the cover.
Yeah, no, it even comes with a little fold-out mini poster. It's like.
Looks really good.
Yeah, thinking about getting one myself. But
hey man, don't buy that one. That one's mine.
If they have more.
Oh, they do. Okay.
I think. I don't know.
You guys can't buy it either. Well, you can if you want, I guess. Send it to me though, please.
It's definitely. Yeah, no, the art looks way better than. It looks better than the game.
Oh man, one thing we forgot to mention. Actually, can we go back to Eyes of Heaven for a sec?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, when you saw Heaven Dio, what was the first thing that came to mind? The Space
Ultimate Warrior. Well, I didn't think Ultimate Warrior personally, but when people said it, I'm like, yeah, you know what?
Oh, that's the first thing I thought, Ultimate Warrior.
Because with Heaven Dio, he's very late 80s, early 90s look.
He's very glam.
He does. It looks like he fit in like fucking. Why am I losing this now? Gem, right?
Gem. Yeah, he just looks like.
What if like? I love those. I love when you were posting Gem and you're like, yo, everyone look at the Phantom Blood Blu-ray. It's looking great.
Oh, that's amazing. If you
Yeah, or like, you're just like, yo, look at Speedwagon back in the day.
There's this perfect screenshot of Gem where it's got Stormer with the blue hair and the like stripes on her face. Looks just like Jonathan. And for some reason, Kimber's wearing a wizard hat. She looks like Zappelli. I was gonna draw a mustache on her just to make it perfect, but I was like, no, it's good enough the way it is.
There's actually speaking of Gem, I didn't think I'd get to bring this up, but there's some kind of
when's the Gem podcast coming?
There's a fan theory that Gem from Gem and the Holograms is Jerica, right? That's Jolyne's mom.
Oh yeah, who started this?
I think it was
Lily.
Yeah, I think it's our friend Lily.
God damn
I'm inclined to kind of believe her, to be
honest. The way she said it was really convincing.
Yeah, she had a really convincing thing going on.
We have to get her to explain it and record it.
Yeah, I really just like that theory that she came up with. That was clever. Also, if you look at Jolyne's like fashion sense when she was younger.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can see it.
What a weird outfit. Then again, she was part of the Hell Rider gang. Whatever.
Was she truly outrageous though?
Sounds like a 13-year-old made that name. Don't make fun of my OC dad. Do whatever I want. This OC is cool. It can breathe fire and shoot shadow shit out of its hand. Don't make fun of me on the internet.
She was a special child. Anyway, man, yes, Ultimate Warrior Dio coming soon.
To a console near you.
We're gonna push him for SummerSlam.
Gonna push him for Evo. But honestly, one more final note about it is that neither of us don't mind the look. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's great.
And that color, the different coloration of the world is nice too. It's just nice to see it like it actually changed up. And all those Dios, they do play differently. So
they do.
I mean,
you will love them.
Part 1, Dio fires laser beams because he can.
We will all play nothing but Dio.
It's not Eyes of Heaven, it's Eyes of Dio.
Eyes of Dio.
Starring Dio. You know,
starring Dio.
Poochie was like, okay guys, I'm gonna write the greatest fan fiction ever. Hold up. And then he writes it, he's like, this is the part where all 5 Dios combine to make Super Dio and then kill the Joestars. And then hang out with me on my bed.
On our bed.
while we look at art books.
And get bonus.
Gets really weird.
Oh man, I can't wait for that story mode.
Poochie's gay fan fiction.
Rated R for retarded.
Rated R for really retarded.
Okay.
SR for super retarded.
Let's go into the last bit of news.
Which is
we got a special event tomorrow.
Oh shit!
As in the 24th of October. But it's only it's the 24th of October.
It's the 23rd for you, right?
No, it's 23rd right now. Yeah. Spoilers. We're ahead of you. We get Christmas first. Yeah.
Eat it, shitlords.
That's our only advantage. If you live in Tokyo, which you probably not if you listen to this.
No, you do.
But if you do. There's a special event on the 24th that's going to have the voice actors from Star Wars Crusaders there.
Sweet.
Including Daisuke Ono, the voice of Jotaro, and Joseph, and a few others. And yeah, they're just going to be there. It's going to be.
People are going to be like, when's part 4?
And they're going to be like, we don't know. We just do the voices.
Yeah. Maybe they do. They might. Maybe part 4.
They might drop us hint, maybe something to do with that.
We are thinking. Maybe we actually might see something for part 4 there. So hold on to your butts.
Maybe it's better than nothing.
Hey, but don't say that we said it's gonna happen, because we're just saying maybe. Because this is weird that they're having an event for what? Can't be for Eyes of Heaven. It wouldn't be just for a video.
No, it's just the Stardust Crusaders anime event.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah. It's like a concert too. So.
Yeah, you know that's gonna be there. The Joestars, man.
What?
The Joestars are going to be there. That's what they call themselves when they're all together. That's Tommy, Coda, and Jin.
Oh, right.
And they're all going to perform their openings, and then Sonochi no Kyoku.
You think, like, if Part 4 happens, they'll get a new person to do another opening?
Probably, yeah. I just hope they don't combine them all again, because that'd just be like a clusterfuck of 4 people.
Because before that, remember before that song came out, the full version, it was kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
And then you heard the whole thing, and you're like, oh.
You're like, whoa, okay.
And then we heard the final opening, the final part of that opening, and then Dio says Buddha, so finally.
And it just all comes together.
It makes more sense like that than just saying words.
A fun fact, though, about this, a really fun fact, is that if you bought the Volume 1 of the Egypt arc, Blu-ray or DVD, inside of it was the chance to get a ticket for this event.
Ooh.
Like an early ticket.
Oh, snap.
So that's pretty. So those guys who got that, you got these tickets quick.
You might get to meet Araki.
Yeah, he's not confirmed on the list, so I don't think he's going to be there.
Oh. What else is he doing that day?
He's busy. He's taking a month off, man.
He should go.
He's kicking his feet up right in the crowd. Like, I like these guys. They're alright.
He comes up and he's just like, well, I hope you enjoyed Part 8. That's it.
I'm done.
See ya. And then, he's like, before I forget, the most important thing, there's no Part 4 anime, but the OVA is getting a Blu-ray release, and the Phantom Blood movie's coming.
Enjoy.
See you later, fuckers.
That's
the Cheetah Man song?
No, that's the OVA thing.
Oh, can you play the Cheetah Man song? That's Araki's theme. He leaves like the Cheetah Man, he floats, goes up.
We're gonna do the Cheetah Man anime, made by David Production.
How did we squeeze that in?
Featuring hyperdimensional Neptunia.
Oh, sounds like the best. I guess we could bring up about David Productions, because I guess at this point they are the people who are making JoJo anime no matter what at this point.
Yeah.
People saw that they're making Monster Hunter stories or whatever.
Yeah. We should mention that, yeah.
And guys, they made the Neptunia anime after JoJo's parts 1 and 2. They are a smaller company, smaller studio, so they have to make ends meet, like anyone else. And yeah. I don't know how good or bad the Neptunia anime did. I heard it bombed.
Yeah, hard. As well, yeah.
But works. So just because they're doing this,
get them some money.
Just because they're doing this doesn't mean they're not going to do part 4 if it happens. Because JoJo's like their money maker.
Need a bit of time. Give them some time.
No big deal. I mean, just take a break. That's the problem.
Yeah. Do what Araki's doing.
Yeah. Just kick back. Have some lemonade. If he likes
all the time in the world.
What if he hates it?
Nah, he probably likes it.
It's like fun.
Like some tea.
Tea with that. Like some bees.
Some bees. Some bees, please.
This influx of booze will help us. What if Rocky does that? He shows up to that event and he's like, "Hello, audience. I have brought a suitcase full of bees." And someone's like, "No, man, the situation has become more expensive.
Addition to get more bees."
Oh man, if you guys haven't seen Dr. B, please
check out Dr. B's.
Go watch it. Happy Harry is one of the greatest animators.
But don't pause us to watch it. Watch it after.
Yes.
God damn it.
But definitely watch it if you haven't. It's old. The first one is anyway. There's a second one.
We keep speaking about Araki taking a break. So why don't we take a break right now?
We could.
Okay.
We should.
We're going to take a break for a few minutes, and then you'll hear a glorious commercial provided by some guys who sound like us but aren't us.
Yeah, what a bunch of faggots.
Yeah, then after that we have a special short interview with Kira Buckland.
Man, that sounds great. I wish I was there.
Yeah, dude, what if I told you were? Hey Jeff.
Hey Shaun.
Doing anything spooky for Halloween?
Working.
Whoa, that's pretty boring. I mean, whoa, it's pretty boring, man.
It can be. It's totally bodacious, though.
Oh, whoa.
Radical.
No skeletons.
I'm totally gonna get a gnarly paycheck, and I mean a really bad one.
Oh, man. Why did we turn into Bill and Ted?
I don't know, man, but we gotta beat Death and Twister.
Oh man.
And build robot us's to fight him.
That really happened?
Yeah, wait, have you never seen the second movie?
I've seen like fucking like 10
They
years
beat
ago,
their robot selves from the future, throw them off a cliff, and then they fight Death in a bunch of board games. And Death's like, I don't want you to go. Can we hang out anyway? So they go to God. God hands them a plan.
What?
Then they go to Home Depot or whatever, and they got 2 space aliens they got from heaven, and they go to Home Depot. They get the parts they need. The aliens build robot us's, and then they go to the past, or no, they're still in the present time, and they go to the concert that the evil robot thems are like trying to perform and hit on their girls and stuff, and like the evil versions of them are just being total dickheads, right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then they're just like, the girl's like, we don't want none of you guys, and they're about to break up with them, and they find out the good guys are back from the dead. And then the evil robot them versus the evil robot us's, and then their selves from the future, like 20 years in the future, come back and like, yeah, man, you guys totally rock. And they have a huge concert.
But there's like, is there any Halloween involved?
I don't know, but I love that plot. I can't believe I just talked about Bill and Ted 2 Excellent Adventure.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween!
Stop.
Stop it.
Alright guys, welcome back to the podcast. And today we have a special guest with us today. Shall I introduce yourself?
Sure. I am a Jolyne cosplayer. I now have a cosplay page on Facebook called Lady Stardust. I am pretty active in the JoJo communities. I run a lot of JoJo panels around like Southern California and a few other states. And overall, I'm just like a huge JoJo fangirl, so yeah.
Well, first, we're going to put you under pressure a bit now.
That's a good song, Under Pressure, so...
When we first started this off, we did a part listing, just so you can get flamed, basically. So, what can you list your favorite to least favorite part?
Oh my gosh, like it's hard to even pick a favorite part because that's changed over time. Because I'm like, this time I'm really feeling like part 4 is my favorite, and this time I'm really feeling like part 7 is my favorite, like that sort of thing. So, yeah, I mean. I don't know, like, I guess lately I've been more on a part 7 kick, but I don't know, like, I'll probably reread part 5 before I go to Italy next year, and, because that's how big of a JoJo fan I am. I'm like, I want to go and see everything, so...
Just don't go recreating anything.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people assume part 6 must be my favorite, because I always cosplay Jolyne, and I don't know, I really do like part 6. I'm just not sure if it's like my all-time favorite, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
But do you have like a ranking or a listing? We want to hear the least favorite.
Yeah, bottom of the barrel, just scraping.
But nothing is bad. Like, even if something is my least favorite, that doesn't mean it's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is part 2. I'm kidding. Don't hate me.
I mean, I guess I would say that my least favorite is part 1, which doesn't mean that I don't like it. Part 1 is wonderful. It's just that I felt like the later parts had more going on. They were a little more interesting. It's like, again, don't get me wrong, I definitely like part 1, and we need it, especially to understand how all this starts. But one of the things that I've noticed about JoJo is I feel like it gets more and more bizarre throughout the series. If you notice, it's always been weird, but like part 8 especially, it's like, okay, this is what is happening.
Yeah.
Well, part 8's got what was it? Born This Way? That's the name, right? Because wasn't that one of the ones changed?
Yeah, I think it was originally Going Underground.
Go this way, go that way. There's a motorcycle with a guy on it. Like.
Even just the way part 8 starts, it's like, oh, okay then.
Oh, how Yasuho finds Josuke half naked. buried. Or
It's
naked
hard to
buried.
explain. I remember seeing like Steelball run scans, like raw, and I could kind of get it together, like see what was going on. But with Jolyne, it's really difficult because it's like, oh, suddenly there's hands coming out of the walls.
Oh, you mean with the new
Suddenly
chapter?
people are melting. Yeah. Well, we can't really talk about that, but
Yeah, not too much.
wait, so that gets a bit of development.
That new chapter. I don't know. I saw some of those, man. That maid got wrecked. That new guy who came in, he's literally just coming everywhere. I guess I don't know.
I still have to read the new chapter because I didn't realize that the translated version was out yet, so don't spoil it.
Well, the
me.
translations are out, but they haven't been put to the pages yet.
Oh, okay. That would explain.
At least
why
the time of this recording, anyway.
Didn't realize that it was out.
So Kira, how did you get into JoJo? Like, how did you discover it?
Well, it was actually kind of weird. I started, and I know that everyone's gonna like flame me and be like, "Oh, I hate you." I did start with the anime because that's how it was introduced to me.
Oh,
Oh man.
no, there's quite a new audience from that.
At the time, I had a friend who, a couple friends who were really into JoJo and did like JoJo cosplay and stuff, and they were like, "Hey, I mean, you should check out the series, but I don't know if it would really be your thing. It's like these manly, muscular men fighting each other and all this kind of stuff." And I was like, "Oh, well, I'll give it a shot, whatever." And I started watching it with them, and I was like, "Okay, that's pretty cool." And then, continued on my own. And then when I got into the manga, this was before even the Stardust Crusaders anime was out. So, when I got into reading the manga and stuff, that's when I was like, okay, this is really amazing, and it just keeps getting better. And I already had kind of known who Jolyne was because I'd seen pictures of her posted and stuff like that. And I used to cosplay Juri from Street Fighter, and so I was like, man, after I read part 6, I really want to cosplay Jolyne. I already knew that I wanted to cosplay her, and I don't know, I've always kind of had a guilty pleasure for the Brandos too. Diego is my #1 husbando, but I don't know.
So I'm guessing you're really hyped about the new Eyes of Heaven footage.
Yeah, definitely.
If one wasn't good enough for you, now you've got 2.
I know, and all those Dios. I know a lot of people who will be happy about all those Dios.
So many Dios. They're coming at you. It's like Bigfoot in his stand, Uptown Funk. It's gonna give it to you.
How big is JoJo cosplay there per con?
It really depends where you go. I've been to some smaller cons, in, smaller states and stuff, where I was the only JoJo cosplayer, or one of 5 or less. But in Southern California, which is where I live, there's a pretty big JoJo fan base. So going to any cons around here, you're going to see a lot of JoJo cosplayers, especially something like Anime Expo, which is the biggest con. You're going to see just hundreds and hundreds of JoJo cosplayers, and from all different parts too, which is really cool, because sometimes at smaller cons I've had people cosplaying Jotaro and I'm Jolyne, and they don't know who I'm cosplaying, so it's kind of oh, okay. But
is it particularly well recognized, by other people who just don't really know JoJo's at all? Is it really recognized that much?
Somewhat. I feel like people can recognize JoJo cosplayers because they're okay, look for the ridiculously shiny fabric and the crazy poses. So, if people see a group of odd-looking, brightly colored people doing weird poses, it's oh, those are probably JoJo cosplayers,
Because I can imagine in the early days, a lot of people who before even the anime kicked off, just going unrecognized, and I just wondered if if it was still going that way.
I know some people who were into it, before the Phantom Blood anime even came out, and it's kind of mixed reactions. On one hand, a lot of them are well, it's cool that JoJo's getting more popular over here and we're getting more merchandise and this kind of stuff, and that there's more people to talk to about it. But on the other hand, it's kind of when you like this thing that not a lot of other people it kind of, I don't know, sometimes you just don't want things to become super popular and overexposed, I guess. And I kind of get where they're coming from on both parts. I'm glad that more people are into JoJo, and I do panels trying to get more people into JoJo and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, it's not fun when you see people just like, you're like, oh, I don't want to read the manga. Manga's boring and stuff like that. But I mean, if you go to any JoJo group on Facebook, you'll just see people being like, oh, I wish people would read the manga.
Getting a bigger fan base has its like downfalls, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, I also feel like with JoJo, it's just because there's so many parts that haven't been animated. That's partly the reason why it's so important. Like, I feel like with a lot of other shows, some people are like, well, the manga is technically more accurate, and, you know, this and that, so you should read it to get the full experience. But it's like, with JoJo, it's like, if you only watch the anime, you're only getting 3 parts, you know? Not, like, 8 parts.
So, you said before you did AnimeCon, you did a panel.
Yeah.
So you did one with Jeff before, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, it was at Anime Next. I've actually done the JoJo panel at quite a few cons. But with Anime Next, we had a few people from like the JoJo Facebook groups and stuff, and we all did like a little overview of the different parts, and I made prizes, like little prizes to give out for the trivia contest, and then we did a posing contest because, I don't know, you gotta have fun, you gotta have audience participation and stuff, and that really draws people in.
There was one guy. You remember he came up to us and he was like, he's a Rohan cosplayer, and he's like,
yeah,
I want to do the Shadow Dio pose, and we're like, alright. So he whips his shirt off, and he's just like super excited for this. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm sitting there like, why? The best is when someone tried to take my Part 8 volume, though. I'm like, that's not a prize. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Didn't he try a couple times to take it? Like,
no, just the one. Actually, funny enough, that was the Josuke guy. I hung out with him in New York. He's a pretty cool guy, and I talked to him about that, and he was like, oh, I thought it was a prize. I'm like, nah. No, it's, actually, what was kind of sad about it was I bought, at the convention, because I meant to bring it, but I bought it at the convention anyway, another JoJo. And, like, no one wanted it. Well,
like, I want it.
The Rohan Shaun, the Rohan cosplayer came up as like, did Araki redraw this? And I'm like, are you fucking serious with me? Like, I'm dumb. I'm just, you know, completely dumbstruck. Are you fucking kidding me here, man? The other 2 people that were with us was Emma and Jeremy, by the way.
Oh, shout outs to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you knew them or not.
By the way, Buckland, sorry about. I kind of fucked up when I was talking about Part 2. I didn't even mention Caesar, Lisa. So, yeah.
It's alright.
But I noticed something doing the panel with you is like trying to explain anything like 4 and up is really hard to condense.
Yeah.
You want
like
to try to cover a
on
lot.
some panels, I don't know, the explanations have gone on like pretty long. And then other ones, it's just kind of short, and it's really hard to like figure out just the right timings for things, you know, because we don't know how long it's going to take people to answer the questions and to do the poses. And, you know, I've done some small panels where it's like we could only get 3 people up there to pose at all.
We had a good turnout for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people actually like, what was the hard question? It was what are Rocky's like manga before JoJo's? People knew. Some people knew. And they were answering. I was surprised. I didn't expect people to know.
Yeah. Sometimes we talk about those now a little in like, because in addition to doing kind of like history of JoJo, we're like, oh, and so here's what Araki did before JoJo, and, you know, before JoJo really put him on the map and stuff like that. I was looking up David Bowie pictures last night and found the ones where he looked most like Yoshikage, and was just making these like stupid memes about it, like just to my friend.
Have you seen? Was it you who posted the picture before of the Diamond Dogs cover? It was someone who posted that. I was like,
yeah, I was the one who posted that because I was like, oh, it looks like a stand the way that.
Yeah, it was really weird. I've never seen that before.
David Bowie turns out to be the biggest JoJo fan. He has literally everything.
Yeah, he's my other obsession, so I really like
He's got all
when
the real
JoJo makes David Bowie references.
You might meet him one day. You know how he got like Clint Eastwood on. What was the name of the one that had Clint Eastwood on?
It's Joe. I'm looking at it right now. Actually, it's JoJo Menon. It's JoJo Menon.
Jojomenon.
Yeah, there you. That rolls off the tongue.
Like phenomenon, I guess, is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's categorized as an art book, but it is actually just one of those really fancy Japanese magazines.
If they ever made a sequel, though, that could definitely
A sequel
do with Borean.
to a magazine.
I would die.
That would be cool. I'm surprised there hasn't been a new one, to be honest. The Rocky like travels, doesn't he? So
He's a busy man.
I'm surprised after all these years he hasn't done an interview with David Bowie. You know, or Prince. Isn't that weird?
He'd never get
Maybe
Prince.
he's afraid of Prince. Maybe if you met Prince, he would be like, "Stop using my copyrighted song titles."
Well, didn't the Rocky draw for Prince? If I remember
Did he?
correctly.
Did Prince
haven't
take it?
heard about
I'm
that.
not entirely sure. I believe a certain someone was telling me. So
It's probably in his vault. You know, his crazy vault.
all I know is after the Part 5 game, those two weren't as well. Prince wasn't as cutthroat anymore about copyright, but he did anyway recently. What was his? I'm gonna take everything off the internet again because I'm bored.
And then you have like 2 references already in part 8, so it's like.
I love
okay.
that got here in ASB. That got here, but we're gonna rename Green Day to Green. Was it Green Tea?
I know, right?
Green tea, spread your mold. Like, that was.
I think the best one is still Filthy Acts at a Reasonable Price.
That one was great, or the other two I really like. Who's the guy who uses White Album? I can never pronounce his name. Well, he says in the game on the bottom he says JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, more like JoJo's bullcrap adventure, if you ask me. What was the fucking? Oh yeah, the Foo Fighters thing. They were explaining. It said FF. The name is shrouded in mystery from lawyers.
No one knows what it means.
Lawyers.
D4C. No one knows what this mysterious abbreviation means.
Especially not these lawyers. They'll never know. Shrouded.
Well, it sounds like he's saying dirty deeds are done dirty cheaper. And then it says D4C. Oh yeah, that's just a coincidence. He's saying, something in Japanese. We don't know.
He's saying Zipperman. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that was another great one.
Oh, I
It's
mean,
a shame you missed out because, like, next week we're going to talk about. Well, no, next episode we were going to talk about the dub. Have you actually heard the dub yet?
Some of it. One of my good friends plays Joseph in it, so.
Oh, okay.
Number one.
Number 1.
Yeah.
No.
It took me like 5 episodes to shake that off. Now I can actually hear Joseph now.
This is gonna sound like super bratty, but I'm like, they should have let me do like a one-off character because I'm like, I already promote JoJo so much. It would just be like more advertising for them. You know what I mean?
Who would you have been though?
That's what I had to think about. I was like, well, I mean, I don't know. It could be like Poco's sister or like the lady that Joseph calls a hag, or something like that.
The camera lady.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't care. I'll be like a random zombie or something.
If Part 3 ever actually gets a dub, outside that test thing that they did last year, or what, 2 years ago? No, last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could try for that. Try to be Mariah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I feel like Mariah or like maybe Midler, even though you don't really see her. I want to see. I mean, maybe again, I don't know what happened in the latest chapter, but I want to see. I'm sure Hato has a stand, and I want to see what it looks like and what it's called and stuff. Because I feel like we've seen all the other stands of the Higashikata family members, so it's like she's got to have a stand, right? We just don't know that much about her yet.
Yeah.
Except that she brought home that Pesci looking dude.
Guy weirded me out when I first saw him. Like,
Yeah.
what are those? Those were bell bottoms. I think he was wearing spikes. Not entirely
And the
sure.
more you find out about it, the more creepy he's becoming.
He's got actually now that I think about it, he's got like the same outfit as Jobin, doesn't he? Like that spike motif going on.
Joshu annoys the crap out of me, but I'm sure he will do something very important or relevant later in the story.
He'll just try to grab Yasuo again. That's so far that's been like his big thing, right? Like he tried to rape
You
Yasuo.
can't friend zone me! I'm a nice guy!
The friend zone king.
deny me and want that guy who has 4 balls. What's up with that? Brother, my beetle's gonna win. Or my brother's beetle's gonna win. It's so much better. That's like just my impression.
I love that. I love that. That was a fight for a few chapters. Beetle thing.
What I really liked is that there was somebody on Facebook who had the same beetles.
Oh yeah, I think I saw
and
that.
like posted, oh, like my beetles made it or whatever. It was just really cool. And then of course someone got kind of butthurt and was like, oh, this isn't related to JoJo. And it's like, yeah, it kind of is.
Wait, they brought the beetles? Or
Yeah.
they just found them?
I think they were a breeder.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know. It's been. I remember that post. I just don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, somebody had like the Haloanicus or however it's pronounced.
Crazy beetle. Yo, beetle fights are hype. They get crazy. Not as crazy as I saw in the manga though.
Yeah, well that's because it's like, oh, this beetle battle, it's actually more like a stand battle. I love how everyone in JoJo just acts so surprised when they find out someone is a stand user. It's like, really? You think you'd kind of expect it by now.
Kira, have you got anything to plug or anything? Or anything coming up, like com-wise or role-wise, anything like that?
I just applied for a JoJo panel at Anime Los Angeles, so here's hoping we get that again, because last year was really, really fun.
Nice.
What's the date on that?
That's end of January.
Oh, okay.
And then there's like a little con in Southern California called Akihabara Expo in December, and I'm doing a JoJo panel there, so.
Just spreading the good word.
Yeah. You can get little prizes.
Nice.
But don't take Jeff's book. Kira, where can more people find out about you then? Where can more people find you?
Well,
social
I
medias.
I do have a cosplay page. It's called Lady Stardust. I think there's a few people who use that as their cosplay name in the past, so just look for the one that has like a little Jolyne thing for the profile picture. And I also have Twitter. It's Rina-chan, spelled Rinachan. And you can also find me on Tumblr at arachnidscript.co.vu, and I post like mostly like JoJo comic dubs, or I just like reblog brandos.
So, yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That
Sounded
was
all,
us of the past.
Oh man, shit. I sound like a total nerd. I'm glad I read the manga.
But will you read the manga next time? No? Well, actually, we got the anime now. We got the anime.
Yeah, we don't have to read manga. I have moving pictures now. Fuck you. They have voices and stuff.
Out come the torches. Out come the flames.
Bring on the flaming torches. I'll bring you all on to my fists.
Next week. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. We've been RaDIO JoJo. Next week, we're going to hit you
watching our voices.
We'll hit you with more news and some DVD review, which I'm sure you guys are looking forward to, because we might actually give it some bad critique. Maybe
Oh,
worse
give
than
it
the
bad
Amazon.
and good. Don't worry. There's plenty of bad.
Yeah, we'll mix the good and the bad, and we'll give you guys an honest review, even though a lot of it's been exposed already. But we'll give you our honest opinion, and yeah, we'll see you guys.
Oh yeah.
in the next
Before we
episode.
do end,
Oh,
however,
yeah.
yo, Outlast. Game's
Oh,
fun.
fuck you. Okay, we're done. I thought we had something relevant to say.
Nah, not really.
It's okay. I'm just gonna cut you off anyway.
Okay.
Nah,
Ah,
okay.
see you guys later.
僕は一番が好きだ。ナンバーワンだ。誰だろうと僕の前で威張らせはしない。誰にも負けない男になる。無事に不動不死スタンドパワー。ザ・ワールド時を止まれ。勝利して支配する。それだけよ。方法など誰の闇だ。チェックメイトだ。時は動き出し不動不死スタンド する。それだけよ。方法など俺の闇は最高に入ってやった肩をつけるローラーだ。チェックメイト。どんな気分だディオ。てめえの敗因はたった一つ。てめえは俺を怒らせた。時は動き始めた。ディオ、君の言うように僕らはやはり二人で一人だったのかもしれないな。奇妙な友情すら感じるよ。今二人の運命は完全に一つになった。